All right, covering the Camping World 500. Coming to you today with the post race interview. Um, Today, we're going to have the top three drivers, and we're going to talk to some of the people that were on the bubble. Uh, but starting off, the winner of your Camping World 400, the driver, the number 48, Lowe's Chevrolet. He finished first. He led at least 45 to 50 laps tonight. Maverick 1986P. Maverick, you basically dominated Friday night. You came in and dominated tonight. What was your game plan, if you have one?
Uh, Not DNF. I mean, I really don't have a plan. Um, for the first half of the race, I kept touching this stupid yellow line, which really kind of screwed me up every single time. Um, I was just trying to get up front because I knew if I could get up front and be pushed, I'd be okay.
You and your brother kind of worked together on Friday, and then you work. You didn't really work together until the late late race. Do you believe that he helped you? Well, obviously helped you. Do you believe that if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have gotten where you were Friday and Sunday in Victory Lane?
Probably. I mean, Friday was a little more difficult because we had more competition. There was like four of us running all in a nice tight little square, so to speak, or box, or whatever you want to call it, line at times. Um, I was able to. I knew that third place car needed some help, but the fourth place car fell back, so that pretty much kind of locked that up. Tonight, I mean, two cars had bad engines, and then one car got spun out. Yeah, the other car that had a good engine just didn't have enough help. So I mean, it was just me and you, and you just kind of fell in line and pushed me around the track.
Now that you finally won your first race in the 2015 season of Cup Series, it took a while. Um, we're coming up to the championship four. You got Martinsville, you got Texas, you got Phoenix. Texas, you were very good at in the Xfinity Series, and we have the same rules as we do in the Xfinity Series now and into the Cup Series. And you almost won Texas, and then you almost won Phoenix last year. Well, no, you won Phoenix last year. Do you believe that you can come back with only five or four races left and get yourself into the championship?
It's possible. Martinsville is a very difficult track. I'll be honest, I hate Martinsville. So if I can survive Martinsville, an opportunity. I mean, everybody goes out and says that Talladega is the wild card for the most part, but for me, it's Martinsville because it's a pain in the ass.
All right, we'll take it to the audience for any questions. We'll take it for open mics.
Yeah, I got a question. Uh, what was your game plan heading into Talladega? Was it to stay in the back and play it safe and work your way up to the front later, or get up front now and then just hold on for dear life?
I would say get up front and just hold on. I mean, me and Predator worked real well Friday, so if I could hook up with Predator, I knew that I'd be okay. I knew he wouldn't wreck me. I knew he would, he understands that at plate tracks I am very squirrely, so to speak. A lot of people hate that, and a lot of people hate working with me, so they don't work with me and they just drive by me. Predator is very good at, understanding how my car works. I mean, first half of the race I was really, really squirrely, and I made a couple adjustments which helped tighten it up and help get me little more stable and help me get up front, and boom, I just wanted to stay there. I figure if I stay up front, it's more likely to stay out of trouble, especially with the two-car tandem.
All right, asking for any more mics out there. Any more questions? All right. Well, thank you, Maverick, for staying, and we will see you in the eliminator round. Congratulations winning the Camping World .com 400, and we'll see you at Martinsville next week, and we'll see you at Texas on Friday. Hopefully, you can redeem yourself.
Hopefully.
All right, coming up on the post-race interview, we have Gordon Fan, who led 20 laps. He, along with, we have Brandon next to us, and Brandon finished. He finished he finished fifth, and Gordon Fan finished sixth. So we'll start with Gordon Fan. Gordon Fan, did you have any game plan coming into the race? Any strategy? Any flaws saying that you don't want this to happen, or you don't want to be part of the big one, or did you have any issues going into this race?
Well, the only thing that I didn't want to have happen was to DNF, and that would have been pretty bad. But, well, as far as issues go, the only one that I had in the race was I hit a little bump in turn one, and that spun me up toward the wall. I got a damaged engine, and I was never really able to recover from that. But all I know is I'm just glad to have survived Talladega, and I'm into the next round.
Now moving on to Brandon. Brandon, you finished fifth ahead of Gordon Fan. Did you have any game plans? Because you were in a must-win situation going into the race, and then you found out that somebody who was in the next round, LSU won, quit, so to speak. So do you think? Did you have any? Were you nervous? Were you like, okay, we need to get it done? What was going through your mind?
It was more of a I had to get it done and stay in the draft. If I couldn't have done either of those things, I wouldn't have got in.
All right. Going back to Gordon Fan, last year you were fantastic with short tracks. This year it's been dominant with Predator, winning pretty much every single short track we had to give. Martinsville, Texas, Phoenix. What is your go-to track out of those three to get you into Homestead and battle for the championship?
Well, for me, it would probably be Texas, because last year in the fall race I ran really well there. I finished second to a non-chaser, but I felt that I had enough speed to get into that position where I was. And let's just say if he wasn't racing, I would have won and I would have moved on to Homestead. But and I did have some success at Texas last year, and I swept second places there. So I think out of all three, Texas is my go-to track. But I have had success at Martinsville in the past, so I might consider that as well. And I'm just overall crap at Phoenix, so let's just hope I can have some successes at either Martinsville or Texas. And if I do that, then I will be going to Homestead.
Brandon, same question for you. What track do you see yourself getting into the Final Four? Because you are the rookie that people thought would not get into the chase, and you got into the chase with only 9 races underneath your belt with this league and with this series. Where do you see yourself excelling and getting yourself into the next round?
Martinsville. Short track.
All right. Well, thank you for coming along with the Camping World 400, and we will see both of you next week. Coming up, our final post-race interviewer. He got second, driving the number 88 Diet Mountain Dew, Predator 666 UFC. So, fire away.
All right, let me get into position. All right. Predator, you had a really strong run today, finishing second. And you finished second behind your brother Maverick. How does it feel to have the brothers finishing first and second here at Dega?
Well, yeah, it's a nice thing. You know, that was our main plan. Friday. You know, after Friday, we talked about it. What are we gonna do to succeed for Sunday? We never communicated saying, "Hey, we're gonna work with each other." I can't speak for Maverick, but I can definitely speak for myself, and I think that's stupid. Because anything could happen. Anything could happen. I can't be more proud of Maverick. He had some issues in the beginning, and I couldn't really work with him. But it seemed like he got his car dialed down, and you know, late caution, he was right there. You know, he was the only one that, in my mind, I can really work with, and you know, this was his day. This was his race. He won it Friday. So you know, I've won 18 races already. I've won 2 races in the chase. You know, I was going to test him. I was going to push his limits, and you know, he got to victory lane, and I got second. I'm fine with that. 1-2 for the brothers.
Now, despite safely advancing into the eliminator round, what was your biggest fear heading into Talladega?
Biggest fear was getting involved in a wreck that I should not get involved, from it being me in the back of the pack and a wreck happens in front of me, or just that simple bubble glitch. You know, anything like that, and that happened. You know, luckily we have that rule where we can you guys would back out within those 10 laps because we had 10 laps left until the competition caution. And luckily it was short enough, so I didn't have to wait that long. But you know, this Diet Mountain Dew car got us to victory lane, or before. Certainly would not be today. I didn't see myself getting into victory lane. But you know, I couldn't be more proud of my older brother. You know, as I would say it and he would say it, it was a slap to the face to somebody that was on our team. So, you know, and you know, he communicated with me. He communicated with some people, but that was awesome. So, couldn't be more proud of this this crew. 18 races won under my belt, combined. I think I counted up to 26 or 27 or something like that. Won this year, and you know, I can't be more proud of my team. You know, everybody has an asset. Don has an asset on here. Fulcrum had an asset on this team. Gemini, Dason, Irish, Maverick does. I do. We all have an asset. We all are different, and I can't wait till next year. Unfortunately, we only have 3 cars, and we'll see what we have to do with the team. But as of right now, we're just going to stay as a 3-car team.
Now, one last question. Of the 3 tracks that we have next, Martinsville, Texas, and Phoenix, which track are you most excited for?
That's a hard question. Martinsville, we won there in the spring. But you know, Maverick already covered that. I heard him before I came in here that he did it. It's a track that me and him do not like. Texas, we did some tire testing earlier this year with the at the track, and we ran extremely fast. But I would say Phoenix, really. We're dominant, and we're dominant at Phoenix. Combined series, we're 4 for 6 there, so nobody can really touch us at Phoenix. Although for Xfinity, we're 3 for 3. For Cup, we're 1 for 3. But that can't change the odds. We can go 2 for 4 this year, but you got to pay attention to that 48 car. That 48 car did it last year, where he needed a win, and he snuck in there and won. So got to pay attention to those guys that aren't really in the picture, and then they get themselves in the picture and they run with it. So, but if I had to choose, I would probably pick Phoenix. So.
All right, Predator. Thank you and good luck.
All right, thank you. This has officially been the post-race interview for the Camping World 400.com for the Legends Cup Series 2015. It's the Chase race. 4 races left, 4 weeks remaining. Who's going to be that championship? Find out in a matter of weeks.